whole team, it's no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. You take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go when I'm alone? Not on the phone, when I'm on my own. They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Shoes us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge don't sink in? Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
2 yards. And the Steelers.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
That good for 22 and a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Bud Dupree.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 29 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7. Steelers, nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Steelers.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
James Conner.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Conner again, the ball.
And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texans 7, Steelers nothing.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Samuels. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the Steelers first down.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
19.
Juju Smith-Schuster, 28 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is good.
That ties the game at 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tyson Alualu able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Connor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 57 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Ties the game at 14. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
They pay
a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Complete.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34.
is good.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay upward.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the
A big-time play there for the Texans. 47 yards. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. But they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
9-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
They'll try the air now with Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins there to make the grab. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. There he goes right side. And this will be a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 34. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards.
On the play. First down.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Roethlisberger connecting with James Washington. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Steelers 25.
Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Stephon Tuitt on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30.
Again, it's Johnson.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now 3rd and 5.
198.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
198.
From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin Bush. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. He's going to have the first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
On the keeper. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Watson now to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now it's Watson. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? When I'm alone? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my
Ice drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look. My solar blaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing.